Fifty Sixin.
Welcome back to another episode of 56ing. Been a minute, my brother.
Been a minute.
I'm in that 40-year-old man adult phase where I had a plumbing issue raining through my ceiling, so I have holes in my ceiling, so I have to get that fixed. I also had a filling fall out, so I had to get an emergency crown. Now I have to get a root canal.
Bro, stop chewing the ice.
All in the same week, and yeah. So, and then on top of that, work and all the other fun things. So that's where I'm at, my friend. What about you?
Well, I can safely say that I'm, knock on wood, I'm not dealing with those things, but the normal shit, the work, it makes it tough. But sometimes you get to the stage, you're like, I guess this is what I asked for, and this is what comes with it. So you kind of gotta embrace it a little bit. You gotta deal with that.
Let me ask you a question, totally unrelated. We'll get into the show. Would you be? I had Leon Rosa on Street Tales. I'm debating on having him back on Street Tales or 56ing. I think it would be fun to do a 56ing episode because he's working towards his professional bodybuilding card, I guess, his pro card.
Pro card, yeah.
Phenomenal deep dive into fitness, mental health, how all that works, ties in. And not to give anything away, but he won. I'll have to have him on, but he won like a local thing, so he was eligible to go for his pro card. There were some shenanigans where he's like five. Again, he's like 5'5" or something like that, or 5'5" and 3/8 or something like that. So there's different categories for the bodybuilding.
Yeah,
and he's always competed in Group A. Well, they bumped him to Group B to let a different guy who ended up winning Group A, who's competed in Group B for 7 years because he's like 5'6", but somehow he made it below the 5'5" and 3/8, which bumped Leon to Group B, and then which means he's going against guys that are 5'6" to 5'8", which is 10, 15, 20 pounds of muscle difference.
Yeah,
and I was like, so it was a world. It was a world that I think, fascinated and interested in because it's something I've watched from outside. I have never had an interest to be inside.
Yeah. Well, you look at it, but you don't really know the ins and outs of what actually goes into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think that would be, a Street Tales deal or 56ing? Basically, I want you to be involved. I don't know the format for it.
I mean, if we want to just do not a ragtag, which kind of like a free flowing thing, 56ing might be a little bit better.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm leaning towards. That's why I brought it up. But anyway, all right. Sorry, that it just popped in my head because I saw him at the gym morning, which is wild though, because the dude just did a show and then like 2 days later he's back in the gym.
Yeah, of course.
Like, it never stops.
Yeah, you gotta maintain. I feel like, but you know what? Again, sidebar. This is why I say.
I know we haven't even got to the show yet. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. But this is why I was saying that sometimes, like, I think longevity matters. Like, it's difficult to do things for a long time. It's difficult to maintain things for a very long time. Like, peaks and hills and valleys, you can spike, whatever, broken clock, right? All that kind of shit. But when you can do something first of all, working out and changing your body composition takes a while anyway, but to just maintain that over even just a year to maintain that for a long period of time is fucking amazing. So hats out to him. Hats out to everybody that does that shit. So
actually, I don't want to be all doom and gloom. I did run for the first time on Monday. I did a short run.
How was that?
Very, I used to be a D1 athlete. I no longer feel that way. The smoothness, I think you know what I'm talking about. The smoothness.
You haven't run in a while, bro.
It's gone, bro. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. I felt like I was running like a robot, bro. Like, But I did do it. I did some yard, in the field behind our house.
And how do you
some
feel?
drills and stuff. So everything felt fine. The muscles felt tight, sore. Yeah. But I didn't fall. That's why I was like, I'm going to run in grass just in case, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Bro, it was so unathletic and slow, but I wanted to stride it out. I did the whole thing. I did 20 minutes, which let me explain something. If you haven't run in 2 years, 20 minutes, I thought I was going to die. And I had that, you build up that that like thick sweat. You know what I'm talking about? Like you're like your whole skin.
It's
20 minutes did that to me. I was like, oh my God.
Bro,
but I
I'm
did
right there
do
with
it.
you. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. I think I'm almost there to kind of like you said, take it out to the grass and just maybe run some sprints or do whatever. See, my thing is not actually in the middle of doing it. My thing has always been with arthritis is after.
Oh, see, I don't have arthritis anymore because it's gone. It's just now it's a weakness thing.
See, that's why I'm 40 now, but I'm like, maybe that knee replacement thing might not be so bad.
Don't do it. Wait. I'll tell you.
Bro, I'm in pain, bro.
Unless it's keeping you up at night, because for me, that's how bad it was. I would go for a walk on a flat surface for, I don't know, a mile or two, not long. You could physically see it swelling, and then I couldn't bend it or use it. I'd have to like hobble upstairs. That's before the knee replacement. That's how bad I was before I did it. So if you're like that, then I say go for it, brother. Do it. But if it's not there yet, then do injections. I don't know. Try stem cells. I don't know. Try something, bro. I don't know.
Peptides have been working. Has me feeling pretty. It has me feeling confident enough to be like, maybe.
Just stride it out, bro.
Maybe,
stride out the grass. If you fall,
hey. See, I'm not worried about falling. See, this is how I got to this point in the beginning. It's when it first started to get bad. It was I run a mile or do my sprint, around the fucking block or whatever. Try to break a minute, that kind of shit. You get back, then the next day, I'm like, swells up.
Yeah.
It's like to the point. It was to the point I was like, I got to make a decision. Either I'm gonna be running or I'm gonna be, just working out or doing whatever. Like you can't have both. Can't have both. So I feel like I'm back in that space where I'm like, what you gonna do, brother? What you gonna do?
I do wish I would have done more grass and less concrete running in my youth, because I used. There was a time, people don't believe me now because I'm 6'4", 6'5", 3 something, slim three. But your boy used to go run. I'd go out. I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go run 5 miles.
Yeah.
Which also makes me laugh because actual runners are like, oh, that's it. I'm like, bitch. First of all, I'll choke you. 5 miles is a lot for a big dude.
Yeah, that's a long time, bro.
Let's calm it down. So for me, I'm like that. Like to me, that was my pinnacle. For them to like, oh yeah, that's a warm up. I'm like, okay. Anyway, but for me, I wish I wouldn't have done that as much as I would have done like, I don't know, hills, grass, whatever, grass stuff, beach, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I got us off topic. All right, so today. All right, here we go. We are going to talk about when does it click, technology, entertainment, modern life, and the things we can't live without. It's kind of a synopsis of what we're doing here.
Yeah.
So let's start with when it finally clicks. Can you explain what you mean by that question?
I guess the thing that kind of got me on this on that question was I guess it was really more like a professional, like a work thing. Obviously, I'm in a new position, right? So it's due, right? So there's different facets of I've been in this profession for decade and a half, right? So there's different facets to what we're doing here. In every position that has changed, there's always a moment where it kind of like where it clicks for you. We're like, oh, okay, I got it. I know what I'm doing. I have a handle on this. The kind of newness wears off a little bit. But I mean, I feel like that's not just professionally. That's in your personal life. That's just life in general. Like at some point, like, oh, okay, I got it. Like it clicks. Then it got me thinking, like, when does that happen, and like what triggers that feeling of like, okay, I got it. I got this thing figured out as much as I'm going to get it figured out I guess to be confident in what you're doing.
Yep. I think I hate to be the guy that says I think it depends. So what I'm going to say is it depends on what you're referring to, because football, I don't think I got it till I got to college. Meaning I was all brute, strength and just smashing my body into people like that. That was football. There was no skill behind it whatsoever. And I was good at it, right? But there's no longevity in doing that. And then I got to college where they actually taught skill and, strategy behind it. So I don't know, what is that? 10 years? It's fair. But then like law enforcement, that took me, I would say after 3 years, I felt very confident. And then no matter what agency I've gone to work for, that time has been sped up. Meaning,
Okay.
it took me about 3 years to get the gist of law enforcement. And then depending on what agency I work for, it takes me about a year.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes into it. It's not investigative. It's, the systems that they're
Policies
using.
and seriously, that kind of,
Policies, and then also the politics. That's everywhere, baby.
the culture of
Yeah, you got to bob and weave a little bit, bob and weave.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to be packed in
Mhm.
there, for sure. Yeah, you know what? You make up a good point about the speed of it. Um,
Mhm.
I think, it's been what, 4 months in this new spot? I'm just like, and I think, some of it too is like I got moved there a little bit in that first, month or 2 very
Mhm.
quickly,
We're
like
going
a
back
very,
and forth.
back and forth. But now
Mhm.
if I was talking to my sergeant the other day, I was like, I finally feel like settled in, you know. But in thing I was doing before that, it took a few months. Took a few months, but
Mhm.
I think I felt fairly confident after about 3 years. I'm like, okay, I know the basics of I have a good foundation of what I'm doing, and enough. I'm solid on this foundation enough to build on top of to kind of get other things. Um, but almost in life, it's almost like obviously as we get a little older and progress through life, I'm like, damn, do I ever feel? I don't know if I ever feel all the time like I've got it figured out all the time. Because
No,
things always kind of come up that are new, right? Life is, you know, today is my first day being 40 and whatever, however many days it is. My first day.
well, some of the other topics that we were kind of throwing back and forth,
Mhm,
but like sports, careers, school, marriage, parenting, and then
mhm.
life in general, very broad.
Very
I think
broad.
that is a daily.
Yeah.
I think the best I can hope for, or what I do hope for, is that I know what my red lines are, like
Mhm.
non-negotiables, and then what my dreams and ambitions and goals are overall. And then you just pray to God and hope that whoever is your partner
Mhm.
aligns with that. I really got nothing else.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still
And
working on it, bro.
yeah, and I mean, like you said, I think it depends too. It's like things. What do you say? Life comes at you fast. Pause, but things change. Things are ever
Mhm,
changing and ever flowing, and things that um I guess you don't encounter until certain parts of your life. Like, I don't have kids. I don't have kids yet, right? So I can't, So eh, my first time doing that will be like, oh, I've got got kids and all that kind of whatever. Like I've been around children.
mhm.
Obviously, it's different. You know what I mean? But it's like that first time of doing that's gonna be like, man, I not see I can see that's the thing. It's like at what point am I gonna feel like confident in like I know how to hold a baby, right? I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't know how to hold the baby. I don't know how to be around like so not that part, right? Um,
Mhm.
but first time, yeah, it's my first time being a parent. Even the second time, this is my first time having 2 kids. This is my first time having 3 kids, right? So I think that's something that's going to
Let,
be
let
ever
me
evolving, probably.
let me just touch on that. Every kid is vastly different. Doesn't matter if they're
Hmm.
raised in the same household with the same parents. They're going to be incredibly different. Still boggles my mind. I don't understand how that occurs, but whatever, it does.
Hmm.
It's not that they don't. Let me back up a little bit. I fully understand the concept that they're own individuals
Yeah.
and that they have their own personalities. I understand that. It's how they react to situations when they all have been parented the exact same way, but yet they all have vastly different reactions to things. I don't.
Hmm.
It's still a mystery to me that I don't understand.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, bro. And then I will say this. Your I love it. I love you already corrected or whatever. You were like, yeah, I got kids. I've been around kids. When it's your kid, bro,
Yeah. It's different. Very
it's
different.
vastly different. And also you can hear the pitch of their voice or a noise that they make and go, mm-mm,
Something's wrong.
mm-mm.
Something's wrong.
No, it's either A, something's wrong, or B, don't.
Yep.
I know what you're about to do. Don't do it. Because it's like That's the weird shit, and it'll freak your kids out. How'd you know I was about to? You were too quiet. You were quiet for like 5 minutes.
So
What does that mean? Nah, because I know you. That's why. You ain't been quiet that long since the day you were born. Hell no. Hell no. Stop it. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Yeah, bro. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Are we good on that one? Because I'm actually, I like that you brought this one up because it just made me think of other movies. But what happened to mid-budget movies?
Bro, what happened to the
what we used to call those B movies?
Yeah, I guess that's the proper term. What happened to the B movies, man? Like,
I don't know.
Either, you know what? I guess, I don't know if the streaming thing is kind of like jacked it all up, or everybody's making their own stuff.
See,
right?
I thought it would make it worse.
Yes.
I thought there'd be nothing but B movies.
Well, you still got your blockbuster, that kind of stuff, right? But just watched Super Troopers for the first time after like 20 years, and I was like, oh man, this was like peak, B movie, whatever they released it. They released it in the theaters for a little bit, and it'll come out and whatever. But it's like I don't know if there's too many now to where like you can't really like lock down like what's actually going to be good. They kind of just like release it and it's just out there, and maybe you got to do the research, I guess, to find a good one. But yeah, man, I don't know of any good like a good fun like summer B movie like Road Trip, or like I said, like Super Troopers, or just a regular like Three Ninjas, like stuff like classic, cult classic. If you know, right? Yeah. Stuff like that. Like where are those movies at? I don't want to do Netflix fucking releases and all that kind of stuff. Like give me just a good regular run of the mill B movie. I miss those.
Well, I'm gonna give you even State Property, bro.
Oh yes,
deep cut.
Yeah.
Half the motherfuckers out here have no idea what that movie is. Yeah. And then there's even worse ones. Like, well, I say worse, but like, did you ever see the movie Kids?
No.
Oh, bro, brutal movie. It's a great movie, except there's an underlying theme of AIDS, so it makes it. Yeah. But that's one of those movies I don't even know if you can find it anymore. But to your point, those are the movies I used to watch, like as a teen, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's also when And One had started coming out.
Oh, bro.
This is the other problem. We're going to get to technology here in a second, but And One was basically, it wasn't something you go rent at Blockbuster, which doesn't exist anymore. You had to know somebody who had an in, and then they would like burn you a VHS tape so that you could then go watch it. It was like shit like that, but it blew up.
Bro, the M1 mixtape years are just
the best.
That shit can never happen again. But it's like that was a time, bro. That was a time,
bro. Hot Sauce.
Oh my god, what a time to be alive, man.
The GOAT. Come on, bro.
Oh man, come on.
Doing wild stuff, but to your point, Major Pain was another one. That's
yes.
one of my favorites. Nobody would consider that a blockbuster, but for me, that shaped the summer of my 8th grade or 9th grade, like right there, that whatever frame it is. I probably watched that movie twice a week, every week for the entire summer. It just like blew my mind.
Harlem Nights, Coming to America, shit like that. It doesn't have to be.
I don't know about
like
Coming to America. That was a pretty big. That's Eddie Murphy in his prime, bro.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it doesn't have to be like, hey, we're a year of trailers and leaks and
that's true.
You know what? Also, hold on. This just reminded me. Sidebar. This shit been pissing me off.
Oh, bro.
I love Marvel and comic book movies to death. I live for that shit. I love comic books. I'm huge comic book nerd. Pet peeve of mine lately, when the movies are about to come out, I can't even get on fucking YouTube and like just get into my normal YouTube algorithm or whatever. It's a leak. Oh, plot leak. Or this new scene came out. Or just let me watch the fucking movie and be surprised, and we'll talk about it after. Like, let's do all the breaking down shit after the movie comes out, and Easter eggs, and you missed this, and what this means. Like, just do that after the fact, not before. Like, I literally have to like avoid watching all this shit. It's like, oh, here's a theory. Who's playing this? What character is she? I don't give a shit. Just let me watch the movie and be surprised. Let me figure it out while I'm watching it. God damn. Sorry, I got my soapbox for a second.
Did you ever acquire a real, like a for real bootleg from like where somebody recorded it in the movie theater? Oh, bro.
Yes. It's not even not even VHS, like the DVDs. Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so it's going to tie into the technology thing, but I actually miss that shit more than like that. To me was more entertaining than like the clean real cut. Cause you sometimes depending on who it was, they'd have commentary.
Yeah.
There'd be someone get up in the middle of it, be like, yo man, sit down.
little extra sidebar shit going on.
Oh, bro. But to your point, like that's the equivalent of like how YouTube is with what you're talking about. Because it wouldn't even be out on DVD or VHS or whatever. Wasn't even out yet, but you get the bootleg because somebody was making copies and selling them.
Yeah. Yep.
That is the closest you could get. That's it. But now we might have to jump ahead. You know what? Let's still save it. We're teasing the technology part, but I don't know, bro. What do you think? Do you think that it's the studios that have changed or the audience?
That's a good question. I don't know if it's the audience. I think it's just it might just be the studio because obviously it's a business, right? And they got to make money too. But I think there's so many studios now, whereas before you could probably only really honestly make, a legitimate, not necessarily like legitimate, right? But you could only go so many places to make a movie. So whatever they put out, you kind of just had to watch. And I guess I'm leaning to maybe it is just there are so many, and you can make a movie on your fucking iPhone, or you can make a movie, or A24, all these very very tiny little independent studios, and they can kind of put out their own stuff. So I guess you don't get the not even necessarily the hype, like the advertising, right? You'd be like, oh man, Super Troopers. I know you keep saying that, but Super Troopers, in September, right? Ooh, it's about you get one trailer, like, oh man, fun, cop shenanigans, blah 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 blah, coming in September. Like, oh, fuck, I'll check that shit out, right? Or but I mean, but you don't have that anymore, right? It's almost like only the blockbuster things get the push and the advertisements and the ads. Where it's like a good movie could come out and you could miss that shit. You'd be like, I'd never, people suggest all shows and movies all the time, but like, I'd never heard of that. Never, like I should. Matter of fact, I was trying to get you to watch the show. And I was like, what was it, Paradise or Silo? One of those.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh bro, you got to watch this. I was like, to the point now I'm thinking back, I don't even remember how I stumbled on it. I just was like, oh, this looks interesting. And popped it on. And you're like, oh, I do like this shit. Like, oh, this is fucking dope. Whereas like before, I'm like, I don't.
Yeah.
Where you gonna find it at?
Yeah.
Maybe it's too much.
There are still some movies that I very excited that still pique my interest. So Dune 3, I'm counting the days down. Love that shit. That is a movie theater movie.
Yes.
Whether it's true or not, I think I send it to you every time I stumble across it. Constantine 2. I'm like, bro, they better make it. I want it.
If they make it,
come on, bro. It'll be gangbusters, bro.
Yeah, they make it. I'm in. The Odyssey's coming out.
But see, I think Constantine wasn't a blockbuster, bro. No, I don't think so. Because I think I stumbled upon that like on like Netflix or something. Like it just popped up saying like newly added. And I was like, what the hell is this? Like I know the comic book. I was like. And I've even seen the TV series. I think I saw the TV series before I even saw the movie, and I think the movie came out before the series.
Yeah,
I don't remember that part.
Like Keanu Reeves.
I was like, oh, Keanu Reeves. That's exactly what it was because I had just watched like John Wick. I was like, yo, Keanu Reeves in this motherfucker. Which I like Keanu Reeves back from the movie
Speed.
where Speed was good, but no, where he was the devil was he was an attorney. Damn.
Shit. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hold on, bro.
As soon as you say it, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. It's like a saying too.
Yeah. He's attorney. People are screaming at the audio right now.
Shit.
Advocate. Oh wait. Oh.
Devil's Advocate. Devil's Advocate. Devil's Advocate.
Yeah. I'm gonna be Devil's Advocate. Yeah.
There you go.
Also, by the way, great movie.
Great movie.
And then all of a sudden, he's like, fucking John Wick, The Matrix, and Constantine.
Yeah. He's got now you think about it.
Phenomenal, bro.
He's got a crazy catalog.
Ooh.
Damn. mean, that's some shit.
Yeah, so there are still things that I do get excited, and I'm like,
yeah,
they're going to take my money because I want to give
100%.
it. I want to give it to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how it is. But unfortunately, like, bro, sidebar? Did you see the George Lucas interview about all the Star Wars shit that's come out since he sold Star Wars?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you should watch it. Just look up George Lucas post-selling Star Wars or whatever. Oh, he's so bad. He goes, oh, there's a plot line never followed up on. So great I didn't write that. And there's a character nobody cares about. What's even going on in this scene? Nobody cares. And oh, great, the movie's over. Yeah, I'm so glad I had nothing to do with this. It's like that, bro. It's so bad. It's so bad.
I like the Dave Filoni Star Wars projects. I was tired of hearing about Scott. I mean, goddamn, Star Wars can't always be about
like Mandalorian. Yeah. It was like, you know, the other stuff that they like the Han Solo or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And some of the Rise of Skywalker, just a bunch of stuff, a bunch of dead plot lines that they built up. And you're like, oh, this is going to be something.
Yeah, that's the studio trying to make money grab shit.
Dies. Yeah. You're like, oh, we can't turn that into a Grogu baby stuffy. So
yeah, but I do like the news. We're on the sidebar. I do like the Dave Filoni direction of the Star Wars project because he is leading to something. If you've seen all the Star Wars stuff, you know exactly where this is going.
Fair.
And I'm a fan for it. I'm excited for it.
Fair enough. Switching gears, ready?
Let's get it.
I like our things you couldn't live without. And I'm going to start off with a rapid fire question, and then we're going to get into what you're talking about.
What you got?
First, coffee.
If I had to, I guess. I don't want to.
GPS.
Yeah, I can go without that. I know where the fuck I'm at. I know where I'm going.
Fair enough. Smartphone.
Could definitely live without it. I know where I'm at. I know where I'm going. And
no.
I know how to research it. Has
nothing to do with GPS.
I know how to research
entertainment. I mean, could you even use the bathroom without your smartphone, bro?
That would be a lot faster.
There's not enough shampoo ingredients in there, bro. For what
I'd have a lot more magazines in my bathroom. That's for sure.
Wi-Fi. Keep going.
Yeah, I guess if I had to, I don't want to though.
Woo! Headphones.
No.
Can't live without them. You got it.
No.
These are kind of tailored to you, bro. Because you always have the headphones in.
Yeah, no. No.
Dishwasher.
I can live without that. Yeah.
All right.
Because, it would force me to use less dishes. So, yes.
Mattress.
Nah.
Ooh.
Nah.
Oh, bro.
Nah.
This, it says a notebook, but like the ability to have like a pen and paper to write.
No.
Music.
Nope.
All right. Last two. Flashlight.
Can't live without that.
Hoodies.
What am I going to do with my hands?
All right. Sorry. So, point was things you couldn't live without. We were talking about like the apocalypse style shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's what sparked in my brain was like, watching one of these fucking end of the world apocalyptic, scenarios where it's like, man, a lot of things we
take for granted.
They don't seem like luxuries. Like you wouldn't think But this way, there's some things that we grew up in a time that we did not have, so we know what it's like, before. Know what it's like before smartphones, before GPS, before Wi-Fi. So we've done it. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, I could without that if I needed to. But
mattress, bro.
A mattress though. So I never thought about. Yes. I don't know, man. But there's things that kind of makes things like, what can I live without?
And you live without your Starbucks, bro? Your drink, bro? This is the thing, though. It's different when the accommodations or the luxuries that you have when you're working. But if you're in the days, you're just surviving now.
Oh yeah, no, that shit
some of that stuff changes.
Yeah,
because a lot of that is like, I need this coffee because I'm working fucking midnights. I need my nicotine pouch, because I can stay focused. A lot of it is just try to keep you engaged so you're locked in. But if you're just locked in on survival and that's it, I don't know. Maybe.
I think the luxuries.
I think the mattress would still be difficult for me.
The mattress would be 1,000% still there.
You're back, bro. I'd be dead. I'd be dead in a week. I can't move. I can't walk.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, we're talking about it. I wonder.
Or air conditioning, bro. Oh my god. Sorry, I cut you off.
I was going to your point. I wonder how many people would just kind of be the one jump off the side of the fucking bridge, or just be done, or like just quit in general because they can't be uncomfortable.
I think I told you about this. Tucker Carlson has some lady on, and I'm going to horribly butcher it, but whatever, for purposes to keep the conversation going. She was like, within, if like something happened, an EMP knocked out the power grid, finances, everything went down. Refrigeration, power, cell, everything's gone. She went through a timeline. Basically, it was like in the first week, 500,000 people would be dead for a number of reasons. Planes would fall out of the sky. People who are on like ventilation, all that stuff, they'd be dead. But 500,000, that's a lot. Basically, long story short, within 6 months, 100 million people would be dead for various reasons.
Yeah.
That's not even taking into account like mass depression, shall we say? Where
that's just the physical biology.
This is just there's not enough resources. If everything were to come to a halt, grocery stores would be gone in a week.
Yeah,
because people would be hoarding, people would be killing each other. Medications, all these things that people need. That's all like in the first few. Let's just call it a month. Boop, gone. Boom. Then it's like, okay, how are we going to survive? Within 6 months, 100 million people will be dead.
I say more than that.
I think more too. That's exactly what I said in my head. I
think more than that.
Yo, you know how many people are like, yeah, it ain't worth it. I'm out.
I think you got to start breaking down percentages of the population. Not even like hard numbers, like this percent of the population. I think half the population be done in 6 months.
Hey, you know what? This ties into, because I was listening to Joe Rogan. I'm going to go on the diatribe for a second. But he was talking about how they make smart chips or whatever, like computer chips. And it's some fucking machine that spins around at 9 Gs while these lasers heat up silica beads or whatever to like 240,000 degrees Kelvin or whatever, which is like 10 times hotter than the sun. And it does it 100,000 times a second or some shit while spinning. I don't know why it has to spin all this shit. He goes, how would the human race, if let's say EMP, boop, boop, boom, boom, you have doomsday preppers, those are the ones that survive. How long would it take them to recreate that?
I've thought about that, right?
Yeah.
I've thought about that.
How do you go from everything's gone, you're in a bunker in the woods, things have settled, you now creep out of your bunker, back to cell phones, internet, podcasts, TV.
Thousands of years.
I mean, I think
it would depend on if the knowledge was somewhere written down. Right?
Well, that's a good thing. How long would it last written down? Like, how would you know to get to it?
Yeah, if you had,
how would you have the technology to read it? Because everything's on hard drives.
Yeah. Well, see, we can. This will be a good segue into the technology thing.
All right. Yeah.
Because this is we're about to get there anyway. So the technology is a helping or hindering, right? In this situation, I feel like it's a hindrance because nobody knows how to do anything. Right? There's only like a certain amount of people who kind of actually know. Like, how many people do you think actually know how to make a computer chip? Or actually know how to put a computer together? Or know how to program? Even if you know how to write a program, how to actually build one. Right?
Put it all,
put it together. Who knows how to run a generator?
Build this to communicate with this.
Right? Like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Like, who knows how many people actually know how to do that? That's just the technology, one small piece of it, right? Not even let alone like the mechanical part, right? So if I had to choose something to instantly know, it would be mechanical engineering, right? It would be that for me. That would be that piece first. But how many people actually know how to make a hydroelectric dam.
Yeah.
Who knows that, right? How many people actually know how to garden? There's lots of people who don't even know how to change a fucking tire. Okay, so we'll just start there in the degrees of hardness.
Quick sidebar. This is not a political show. None of our shows are political.
Mm-hmm.
Guide me. For those listening and those voting, I don't care if you are left, right, center. I don't really give a shit, truly. But when are we going to stop electing and listening to people who don't know how to do anything? How many people in the Senate, Congress, whatever fucking branch, I don't give a fuck, know how to build a house, wire anything, plumbing, know the load density for concrete, whether it's for the roads or airports, basically the infrastructure that we all use every fucking day. How many people there have any fucking clue what goes into it or how to do any of it?
Probably none.
And we keep electing people, both sides, that they were like high school, college,
political science major,
whatever the fuck it is, and now they're running and they're spending. They've never had a real job. They've never run a business. They've never built anything. And we look to them as our guide and leaders. And I'm like, they don't know shit. They don't know how to do anything.
I don't know anything.
The only people I give a pass to, long story short, I'm a big fan of blue collar. I consider what you and I do blue collar.
Blue collar work, yeah.
Even though I will say, when you try to step out of law enforcement, get another job, you have no skill sets, bro. Blows my mind. Speaking for myself.
Yeah.
But the only people I give the only entity I give a white collar pass to are doctors, because they do shit that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
And let me just explain that for 2 seconds. Maybe somebody does. Do you want to cut or remove pus out of somebody's face?
No.
Organs?
No.
Nether regions?
No.
Feet?
No. I guess if I
all that shit is no, and they do it. Yeah.
I'm not volunteering.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
No.
So they get a pass, but the rest of them, bro, shut the fuck up.
I don't even really to be honest, I don't even call that white collar. I think that's like a high class blue collar.
Yeah, it's deemed it's deemed white collar, but I gotta agree. Worked with them, they're working 80 to 100 hours. I mean,
you're using this like you're doing something
all day long, and if you fuck up, people die.
Yeah,
or you give them like, bro, they were talking about doing this face surgery. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Long story short, if they fuck up, the lady couldn't close her eyelid all the way, so now she can't close her eyes to sleep. I was like,
so dry.
If you fuck up, like,
she gotta wear eye patch to go to bed now.
If you fuck up like a millimeter, they can't close their eyes, and they have to put eye drops in or whatever. Like, oh my god,
I don't want that pressure,
bro. It's too much. All right, but you know what? You know what? Everyone should have free healthcare and don't pay doctors. They make too much money. Okay. Well, you can go to the doctors that take that shit, and now you can't close your eyes and you sleep with dry eyes. You wake up with sand in your eye, bro.
There's something to be said about field nurses or field doctors, tactical in the field. Very, very, very important. Highly important, right?
I think we talked about this, bro, where we're like, I want the surgeon that rolls up in the Lambo with the Rolex and is an arrogant dick. Like, that's who I want, because that's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't want the hippie with open-toed sandals talking about how do I feel. Bro, just do the thing.
I have a thing in my brain, sir. I need you to fix
it. Take it out.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, go.
Yeah, take care of this man's student loans, bro. He just fixed my brain. Like, come on, man.
Leave that man alone. He just hooked me up. Now I can't smell cinnamon because you fucking
exactly. Shit, I can't taste my Starbucks no more because you fucking around.
Sorry, bro. I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. But I mean, like the actual, like, physically, like, written down instruction. Like, in my library, I have a plethora of books. Literally, that's all it is. It is how to do this, how to do this, how to build a house, how to make a generator, how to do this, how to garden, how to do it. Like, with physical, like, I can see it, I can read it, write it down. I was when we got on this topic, just like in a group setting, and one girl was like, "Oh, I'll just look it up on just
Yes.
look it up on my phone." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Do you understand what we're talking about? We're talking about like the end of end of time or whatever. You can't, your shit's not going to be working. You're not going to be connected to anything. You're going to have to. You need physical copies to do shit. Like, what are we talking about? You need instruction. You think I'm crazy for you're hoarding instruction manuals? I was like, no, no, this is important. I need to know
Yes.
how this works and what goes here. If it breaks, I need to know how to fix it.
You reminded me, I'm giving you a preemptive look at everyone's gift this year. It's called The Book, The Ultimate Guide to Rebuilding Civilization.
Ooh.
It goes through how to filter water, how to clean food. What is clean food? Steam power. Okay. Yeah. I did laugh though because it also teaches you how to make sushi. I'm like, okay.
A little sashimi on the side. Okay.
All right, bro. I mean, the world's ending, and I'm trying to figure out steam power, but I'm glad I know how to make sushi.
Yeah, I'd like some delicacies.
But it teaches you how to plant crops, what crops, why you plant them the way you do, when you plant them,
when they harvest, when it did.
That's what I'm gonna do. That. Everyone, I'm gonna add to the list of people who own that book. Anyway, I'm sorry. You just reminded me that I had thought about that like a couple of years ago. I was like, I need to buy this.
Yeah, I mean, so it's technology, and I think it is a tool, right? I mean, we kind of talked about it on Street Tales the other day about just in a narrowed down thing, like, is technology helping or hindering, even in law enforcement, right? I think there's some things you can, chat GPT, how to, it helps me compile all the information that I have. It helps me go through it faster, right? That's one thing to be said. But if you're just leaning on that all the time, like how good are you at what you're doing? Like how much of it is me using the tool or me just leaning on the tool as a when there's some things like technology, right? Medicine, MRI is a great tool. It's technology, right? The CT scan, technology, it's great. It helps me do what I'm going to do, but it doesn't do it for me, right? I would still be a doctor without it. It would be a little bit more difficult, right? I was like, but this is a tool that aids me in doing my job. It doesn't roll you into the goddamn thing and like, oh, yep, just throw them in the regeneration pod and the machine will take care of it.
It's funny you say that. I've been watching the Orville, which is
yes,
love
Seth MacFarlane,
rewatching it. Obviously, Star Trek, whatever. You get the concept. I was laughing because I'm like, why do they still have doctors? Because the doctor's like, oh, they're suffering from, and then they all just go scanning. It pulls the bullet out, closes up the wound. I was like,
what?
Why did I need the breakdown? All you're gonna do is scan them with this thing and heal them. Like, why do I still need a doctor?
What actually makes you a doctor now?
Bro, or like the Elysium where they all go up in those pods. Anyway, yes.
Yeah, so it's what this always brings it home for me as the movie WALL-E.
Yes.
Right? When the civilization was just so dependent on, they couldn't even walk anymore. Their bones were brittle, their atrophy, they couldn't move just because they were just so dependent upon the chairs, the technology. And I'm like, I don't want to be like that, right? And it's I don't want to say to be a slave to technology, but all these end of times, like, oh, electrical this, my house is smart, and my car is smart, and all this. I was like, yeah, until they hit a fucking button and EMP that shit. Now it's just a paperweight.
Well, yes. So some of the other topics I think we've beat up navigation. I think we did that in a couple of the shows. Memory. These are some things memory, children, how they're being raised.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Relationships, bro. Ooh. I'm going to touch on that let's come back to that one.
Yeah.
Work-life balance and the shrinking attention spans, which I think kind of ties into the other things. But let's go to relationships for a second. Because you and I were around when date a girl, whatever. There was no cell phones. They weren't tracking you. Where are you? Why are you here? Or I texted you. You didn't respond. All that shit was gone, bro. There was none of that. Now it's like it goes beyond that. You and I have talked about it. not just the texting part. Why did you like that person's whatever? Why is that person following you? Why are you following that person? Like shit that I'm like, what? What's going on?
Yeah.
I've been following
that too. And
years.
gives you access to people you would never have access to as well.
That's true. Well, every woman feels like they're a 10.
Please.
Which is wild. And I'm going to get hate for that, but it's like, I don't know. I was having this conversation the other day. It was something about, I think the older you get, you care less about how a woman, you still have to have a baseline physical attraction. Yes, 100%. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. But the older you get, the less you care about that specifically. It's like, who are you?
Yeah, that definitely.
Do I enjoy being around you?
Yeah, that drops down the list considerably.
Right?
Yeah.
Remember, when you were, I don't know, high school, middle school, I don't know when it started.
That's all you care about. Like, I got the hottest girl. She's so
it's
pretty.
The hottest girl. She's a fucking raging bitch and dumb as a box of rocks, but she's the hottest girl though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you learn that lesson pretty quick. I think most of us learn that quick.
Most do, some don't, but yes. Yeah. Children, I'm seeing. I may be wrong, and I may be in a bubble, but with the exception of a couple apps that I still don't understand the just tireless fascination with it, there's almost a revolt against the technology. Meaning there's less and less social media apps. Like every kid has like 2 or 3, but the whole need to have every app that's out there. There was a time where that was a thing. Oh, this just, Instagram came out, Facebook came out, Snapchat, whatever. You had to have all of it. And you had to have a profile on it. Kids. When I say kids, I mean like teens, young 20s. They're getting away from that. They'll have 1 or 2 main ones, maybe a few more. But what I'm saying is they don't feel that. I'm not seeing the need for them to have all of them.
Yeah, and I think the requirement, maybe the motivation to have it might be a little different. I'm noticing they have it just to kind of like stay connected, right? Just like you don't want to really be out of the loop. You want to stay somewhat connected, but not like, I mean, the shit. We were in college when a lot of the shit came out, or beyond college. I mean, we were in college when Facebook came out. You had to be in college to get it, or MySpace or whatever. But I think the newness, like you said, the having to be there, you're missing out if you're not. I think that is
it's gone away,
kind of subsided because it's not new anymore. It's not the new thing. Like this has never happened before, kind of thing. Like a lot of these kids they've grown up with it, so they don't.
Yeah,
it's like
the other thing that I still boggles my mind. I don't know if you've had the similar experience when somebody asks you a question, and I'm like, I don't know. Let's look on our phones together and ask the question. I'm going to do exactly what. Do you have a phone too? Let's ask together. It's like you have the world of technology right here, and you're like, how do I do this? I don't know. Let's scroll. Beep 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 beep.
There's a video for that, I'm sure. You can learn, or there's directions on there to the library. Get a book, figure it out yourself.
Yes. But it's wild. They still don't do it. They won't.
My biggest one, I know we beat up the navigation, but you, to my point, where like we done it, directing traffic, and they're like, oh, how do I get to? I'm like, what? How do I get home from the streets blocked off? I can't tell you how to get to your house, ma'am. First of all, I don't know where the fuck you live. Second of all, it's your house. Why do you not know how to get home to you? What are you talking about? What do you mean? How do you get around? I don't know. I don't know.
How long have you been driving?
Yeah, figure it out. God damn. Do you not know where you are on the planet? Like, what? Figure it out.
Sidebar story. You'll laugh. This is before cell phones. Actually, no, it was before like maps on. So young people listening, there was a evolution of cell phones. When they first came out, you could just make phone calls. It was great. You could play like Snake or Brick Breaker. That's about it. There was no maps and none of that. I remember calling my mother. I was like 16, 17. And I'm like, I'm lost. I took a wrong turn somewhere. She's like, where are you? I was like, I don't know. I see trees. She's like, nope. I need a little more.
Okay, so you're on Earth. Got it.
I don't know. I think I'm still in Florida. I don't know. She still brings that story up, bro. 30 years later, she's like, you were awful.
That's something to be said, though. Like, because we did grow up, like I said, we grew up in a time pre Cell phones were new when we were kids, right? The concept of having a phone with you outside the house was a new concept. You were like,
I
big
remember
shit.
pushing back. I waited. I didn't want it because I was like, I don't want somebody to be able to always reach me.
Yeah.
I remember having that feeling. Like I don't like it.
Yeah.
When I get home, I'll check my voicemail and I'll let you. I'll hit you back.
I'll get back to you, right?
If I'm not with you right now, then that means I'm not with you right now. I'll call you when I get back home.
Yeah.
Like that's how my head was.
Nah, even though I got the phone with me now, I still don't answer that bitch half the time. So there's that. But you knew how to navigate the world. From everybody had their central point of origin, right? So it's like I know where I am in the world based off of that area as my home, like base, like center of the. So everybody's center of the universe was different. So you're like, I don't know this part of town. You're like, oh well, so if you were with a friend or whatever, like I'm kind of on the outskirts of where I know where to be. Then you'd have a buddy be like, oh no, I know where I'm at because we live on we live a little further down.
I live on the other side. Yeah,
I've ventured out a little bit more. I kind of know what's over here. And then you can kind of like do whatever. But I've gone back to my my recollection of like my home. When I first learned how to navigate. In the world from before. I was like, man, and always, you go back there, you're like, this is a lot smaller than I thought it was. But then, because, you're 5, 6, 7 years old, you're like, what's your address? It's this. Do you know how to get there? What landmarks do you know? You only know how to navigate through landmarks. Ain't no fucking street names. You kidding me? I drive up to the 7-Eleven and I make a left. And if I'm looking at the Wendy's, then I make a right on the next street, 2 streets down at this big tree. Then I make another. Like that's how we gave fucking directions.
Bro, I was in my late 20s, and I'm like, Grandma, so rural. It didn't come up in GPS. I'm like, Grandma, I'm on Route 7. How do I get there? You're gonna go past the old gas station. You're going to take a right at the big oak tree. You can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
What's an oak tree? You drive down, I don't know, a few miles. It was like 7. I'll be on the left. That was how she gave directions, bro.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm like, what's an oak tree? I lived in Florida, bro.
Yeah. You say that, but it's like, okay, now you would put it this way. If we were doing it now, you'd be like, hey, head down 301, go north on 301, go west on whatever street, then, they're going to go head back, going to turn back south, whatever. So people are like, I have no idea what you're saying.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know where north is?
Exactly. Now no, you can't even.
North is not up.
You can't even do that. You're like, okay, let me jot this down. Okay. This street we're on right now is 301. Okay. Drive that way. drive that way. When you come out of this parking lot, you're gonna go left. That's that way. You're gonna drive till you see to a Publix. 2 lights after the Publix. Don't count the stop sign. 2 lights. Make a right. Make a right. Yeah. When you're making that right, you're gonna pass this. Well, like you literally have to like drop it down to landmarks to get some people to where they need to go. You're like, yeah. I'm like, holy shit, man. Oh my God. It's crazy.
Last question, then we got 2 more topics. Would you freeze technology where it is today? Why or why not?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
You think we're at the pinnacle?
I don't know if
what you're comfortable with.
Exactly. I don't know if we're at the pinnacle. I'm sure
no, we're definitely not. We're definitely not.
I don't know if we're at the pinnacle, but I think I think we're on at a pivotal point where we're teetering on the line of if you're going to be a slave to technology or not, right? I think in most cases right now, technology is a tool. I think in some cases you keep going, we're going to be dependent upon it, and we're not going to be able to if it breaks, we're kind of fucked. So, and I'm sure there's other things out there that it's not for public consumption, technology-wise, that we're doing. Right. So that's why I'd say I'd probably freeze it here, but
Would you, this is not something we discussed, but would you raise your hand as you are now today? You are Nothing, no hypothetical here. BJ, you've been selected to be one of the whatever to go colonize another planet.
What do I get to take with me? Or who am I bringing with me? I can bring my people?
Maybe. I don't know.
If I can bring my loved ones, I'm about it. Fuck it.
You do it, bro?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's try it out. That's right.
See, I don't know. I don't think I'm there.
If it's just me by myself, I think that if it's just me by myself, I can't. I don't know if I can make that decision if I can't bring my loved ones with me.
Because that conversation's coming, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, am I gonna be a billionaire in space money?
See, I don't know how does that work because you'll be the first. You'd be a founder of a planet.
I'm the richest man. It's just me. I'm the richest motherfucker here.
Yeah, you could have $1 Atkins dollar.
There we go. And I got all of them. I got all the currency. I got all the
currency, bro. Who gonna put the handcuffs on?
Exactly. Exactly. Very important question.
Very important question. All right, this will be a quick one, and then we'll move on to your philosophical corner.
Yes.
Why are all the ads about betting or dick pills? And until you said that, I hadn't thought about it, but you are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
The gentleman's
I see Blue Chew Gold probably 48 times a day, even if I'm not looking for it.
Bro, and I'm trying to I draw a blank on his name, but the podcast I was watching called Grits and Neck.
Mm-hmm.
But he said this, and I was like, this how you said. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, it is a lot of bet. This different betting service. This is legal now. This betting, and then like you said, Blue Chew Gold and Blue Chew, dick pills, and I'm like, what is happening? What is going on?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is the what is the push for all this? Like, what am I like? What's happening? And I'm missing out on as to why this is going on. Or what's the play here? What's the is there something in the pills? what the fuck what's up, man? I don't get it. It's very strange.
What was wrong with regular Blue Chew? Why we got to go gold now?
Yeah, why is gotta go gold? What was it? Y'all still got the Viagra's? They ain't working for y'all no more. You gonna do stuff? Like what's up? I mean, when y'all got that, when y'all got that was weird when you had those. But okay.
Bro, some old head was telling me back in the day, Viagra was like $70 a pill.
That's what I'm saying. It was like now.
Damn, that better be worth it, bro. Shit.
Now you get them bitches at the gas station, I think, or you can order on Amazon or some shit. You don't even need a prescription.
I'm still gonna laugh. Hold on. You'll laugh at this because this was probably 5, 6, 7 years ago, something around there. I was talking to a urologist, not my urologist.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know what a urologist was at that point. Now I do. Get a urologist, men.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, do women have urologists or are they just gynecologists?
They have a urethra, so I'm sure they could.
I don't know how that works. Anyway, side top. Anyway, but he's like, I don't know why everybody's taking these pills. They're so expensive. There's a much cheaper option. And I'm like, oh, well, what is it? He goes, for like $30 a month, you can get this vial and you just have to give yourself an injection in the head of your penis. I was like, that's why nobody's doing it.
That's why nobody's doing it, sir. That's why no one's doing it.
Are you crazy, bro?
Are you kidding me?
But he was completely perplexed. Like, it's so cheap. I don't know why anybody wouldn't do that. I was like,
me, sir?
Are you nuts, bro?
You, sir.
He was so serious. He's so serious, bro. I was like,
sir,
nobody's doing that. Bro, stop. Hey, hold on, baby. I just gotta. Bro, fuck no. I still laugh at that. Yes.
It's an injection on the tip of your dick, bro. No,
bro. It's so cheap. It's so cheap, BJ. It's so cheap.
Bro, stop. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
He's like, you can have sex every day for a month for $30 a month. I was like, still no.
No, bro. No. First of all, I'm not gonna do it to myself, and I'm not gonna have anybody else do it to me. No, absolutely not. No.
And at the time, I was like, first of all, why are you talking to me? But I don't need that. I'm not there yet, bro. Like, why did you look at me like you need to tell me this conversation?
Why do you feel so comfortable talking to me about this?
I'm not there yet. Hopefully I'm never there, but whatever. Bro, if I get to the point, I don't know, BJ, what if you get to the point where you have to inject your
bro,
head of your penis in order to have sex, bro? Like that's where you're at.
I think that.
Boo, buddy.
See, I know we've talked about this before, and I got my pull the plug orders. Like I said, if my quality of life is gonna be not good,
yeah.
Hey, it's been a good run, man. It's been a good run.
I'm gonna get heat. I got heat the last time I said this on this thing. Bro, we've been getting a lot of hate from our conversations lately, by the way. I laugh. I think it's hilarious. A lot of haters. But anywho, but I still say, like, if I can't wipe my ass, bro, like meaning not just wipe my ass, but like
take care of myself.
I never know if I'm just gonna be talking about, I don't know, bro. It's like, I'm not knocking anybody who wants to, and I'm not trying to. That's the other thing. Why does something personal to me all of a sudden become offensive to somebody else going through that? That's you. That's your life, bro, not me.
Yeah.
I don't want to live that way.
Listen, I heard the term, I thought it was brilliant. I can't tell you how to feel. I could just tell you how I feel. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Fair. Boom. Done. All right. You ready for your philosophical corner?
Yeah. So this one popped up the other day, and I thought it was an interesting course of thought, right? For whatever you believe in, for the sake of the conversation, they're talking about reincarnation.
I like it.
And the point was made, who says reincarnation has to be linear? And I was like, ooh, interesting. What if you reincarnate, 2,000, 3,000 years in the past as a fucking Egyptian cat? Like what? I mean,
are you ready? I have questions for this.
Yeah.
Because this is your topic.
Mm-hmm.
Could souls exist outside our perception of time, living multiple lives simultaneously?
I believe so.
With that being said, would that then help to explain deja vu or unexplained talents? Meaning, why do I know this? Why do I feel like it?
So, two theories about the deja vu thing. 2 theories about the deja vu thing, right? And I've always kind of thought about this, and this is what I've come up with. Deja vu is, like just the multiverse, probably a real thing, right? The deja vu is when you have frequencies and they momentarily line up in the same space, and you're like, you're seeing it, you're seeing across the other frequency a little bit. You're like, my consciousness has crossed over here before, and I'm looking at the same thing, and that's why you don't know what happens next. Is because that's where the split is. That's where it broke off. You're like, I've seen this up to this point. I'm like, fuck, I don't know what I did next. There's always like that pause at the end of it. You're like, what am I supposed to do next? I know I've seen it. I don't really know. Right? There's that part, and then what I would like to do. They kind of touched on it in Multiverse of Madness when they were told about dream walking, right? So the consciousness is swapping from one yourself in a different thing, but you have the consciousness over there. I'm like, how do I get to shift my consciousness from one reality to the other one? Because we talked about this, the quantum immortality.
Oh, immortality,
right?
yeah.
Where it's like you never experience your death because you always just to the next thing. And I'm like, interesting. Very interesting. I was like, but how do you do it? Like, can you? And if it's possible, how do you do it? How do you swap realities on demand?
Two things. One, I have 2 stories, but one was you and I. Do you remember that cat in the box that had orange eyes? We used to clock him. He was in the Alpha 5. He was a weird cat. We were talking. We were outside our cars talking. There was a street lamp. Can't remember exactly where we were, but we were just shooting the shit. It's one of those things where you see the cat, you clock the cat, whatever. The cat's the cat. It's licking itself, whatever. And then it runs off, right? Whatever. We were talking, saw it doing that, went away. Then we were engaged talking again, and we looked back, and the cat was back doing what it was doing again.
You're like,
I don't know if you remember that, but both you and I were like, and you and I were like, bro, let's get, I think we went to 7-Eleven, like, bro, I need coffee or something. Like, I remember that little moment, but it was weird because it was like, we just saw that. We just saw the cat leave, and now it's back doing what it was doing.
You're like,
it could have circled back, sure, blah, blah, blah. But that's weird. That's weird behavior. That's number one. Number two, I don't know if I've talked about it on either of the podcasts, but I've talked about it during high stress, like college football, going through training, stuff like that. I would have the dream, and it would where I'm awake. It's like sleep paralysis, where I am awake but I can't move. There's a shadowy figure approaching me, and it makes my heart beat. That's a real thing. Like that is a thing paralysis? That other people sleep paralysis, but with the dark, shadowy figure. Hold on. Because this is when you brought that up, that's where my brain went. Hold on. Dream with sleep paralysis.
Like a what do they call it? Like a waking dream?
Yes. Where you are awake. Because then you snap out of it and you're like, it's all of a sudden you can just move.
Oh, that's shit.
Hold on. It's a phenomenon that's all over the place. Hold on. A widely reported neurological phenomenon. It occurs when your brain wakes from the REM sleep, but your body remains temporarily paralyzed. Your mind blends waking consciousness with active dream imagery, causing you to hallucinate a dark presence. But it's common.
Oh, shit.
Widely reported. Maybe I shouldn't say common. Widely reported. Not just me.
Oh, shit.
While incredibly terrifying, these episodes are biologically harmless because human brains are wired similarly to detect threats in darkness. Millions of people across cultures hallucinate the exact same dark, human-shaped intruder. See, these are the things I talk about, bro.
Interesting.
Common triggers, and this is why I say sleep deprivation, irregular sleep hours.
Yeah.
High stress and sleeping on your back.
Yeah, that's why I can't sleep on my back, bro.
Yeah. Weird though. I just thought that was a me thing.
Never heard of it until just now. But that's interesting.
Yes, bro. Yes. All right. Tying in a little bit other. What if do you think you could become one of your own ancestors? Like, do you think your reincarnation is tied to your bloodline?
That's interesting.
That's why bloodlines are so important. Maybe. Because they used to be very important historically.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Bloodlines were very important. Maybe there was a reason.
I'm having an active thought. Well, you know how pieces of you, things get passed down through DNA, right? So it's like memories. They say memories can be passed down through DNA. You know, that kind of, sort of people like, I can't be born. I wasn't born this way. I was like, I think some of that is coded into you over time, right? I mean, because that's literally how genetics works. But okay. Yeah, so maybe what if you are just you down the line? Piece of you down the line. Like, right? So it's like, damn, how do you
what if history includes people who are reincarnations of future individuals? You know, you have these standout individuals that were just beyond their time. Well, maybe there's a fucking reason they're beyond their time. They've already experienced it.
They've been here before. Like I said, the reincarnation is not.
Yeah.
You know, I know that my grandparents would say, older people in the family say, man, that kid's been here before, like an old soul, like they've been here before, like.
Bro, you've seen that shit when you see like a fucking toddler who's just, hey, how you doing?
Yeah,
just has a weird, like a different older demeanor, just not like you look at a group of 100 toddlers,
this one's like,
toddlers do, and then this one's over there like reading, like, hey, how you doing?
Like,
bro, you're 5. Like, wait, what? Are you good?
You okay?
Good. Are you good? Weird, bro. You know what I'm talking about, bro.
I was talking about. But that's one of those. That reminds me of one of those Instagram. Would you rather? Kind of hit the red button, the blue button. It's like, would you, either $1 million right now, or you could go back as yourself at the age of 10 with all of your knowledge and all your memories right now.
I'd kill it, bro. I'd kill it at 10.
I'm like immediately backwards. Immediately backwards.
Kill it, bro.
You killing me? Kidding me? Oh my God. Yes.
I think there was that movie Belly. I think it was a Belly when Nas was talking to that 12-year-old kid that was slinging dope, and he's just like an old 40-year-old head, like when he's 12.
So you're like,
Bro, you good, bro? Like, you see some shit already. You 12.
Yeah, you're pretty wise, man. But yeah, this is my third go around. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been here many times.
Many times. Huh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, bro. Well, let me ask last question. Respectful time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think free will would still exist in your mind if past and future are interconnected? Meaning it's already been decided.
See, that's the thing when they talk about
Mm-hmm.
like fate, destination, that kind of shit. Like if it's already written, when did I? So if,
Who wrote it?
if it's circular, right? Then we're just kind of like whatever. When did I make the choice?
Mm-hmm.
Did I make it now or did I make it before? I don't know. It's very.
I want that Elon Musk confidence. He goes, the reason I don't think aliens exist is because they've never introduced themselves to me. And he goes, if everyone on the planet, I think I'd be the one they'd say they'd want to find and make contact with. But, all right, bro.
Okay, bro. This is all right, bro. Boys out the mud.
Hey. He's like, I mean, that's confidence, bro. Why wouldn't they make contact with me? I'd be the one they'd make contact with.
It's like, all right, buddy.
All right, bro.
All right.
Shit. That was fun. That was a good one.
That was a good one, bro.
All right, bro. I know you got to work. Hold on.
Yeah, some of us have jobs.
Ugh.
Fifty Sixin.